Hey, Fit in 10 Nation. It is day 34 of the Fit in 10 Challenge. Tomorrow will be our official halfway point, and man, things are moving right along, right? We're heading into week 6 soon. So, of course, now I'm starting to hamper down a little bit harder on you guys. If you notice from my emails that I sent regarding your macros, I ask you to try to be within that 5% range of your macros, right? So plus or minus 5%. I'm also increasing your cardio, in case you haven't noticed, right? So we're upping that, and of course your food is going to lower. Now, a lot of you may have not seen changes in your diet this week, but I am going to send out more numbers this weekend. So not Tuesday, but actually this weekend, and you will see changes. If you didn't see changes today, Tuesday, you will see changes this weekend. Okay, so mark my word on that. And it's going to be less food. All right, so there you go. Listen, somebody asked me today. They said, it's so great that you talked about this yesterday, right, Coconut, but you never said where to get this. All right, so this coconut, I call it Coco Manna. It's actually Coconut Manna. It's coconut butter. Okay, so it's just the flesh or the meat of the coconut, and it's pureed, and it tastes amazing. You can get this at Whole Foods, okay? And I know there are also some health food stores that also carry it. It's very common, but you can definitely get this at Whole Foods, all right? So Coconut Manna, and it tastes amazing. And listen, if you want to go through some benefits of this, actually, let me start by saying this. So it is a saturated fat, primarily a saturated fat. It's got a little bit of monounsaturated fat in there. But this is what we call a medium chain triglyceride. It's a medium chain fat, not a long chain fat like a lot of the monounsaturated fats are, or polyunsaturated fats. And basically, it goes through a different digestive process than other fats. So the other fats typically have to be, digested, and they're taken by these things called chylomicrons. And they're taken to the lymphatic system, and they go through the lymphatic system, and that's basically the digestive tract that they take. These go directly to your liver and get metabolized. So basically what happens is these have a higher thermic effect on the body, meaning they take more energy, or they cause the body to expend more energy during digestion than other fats. So this is often touted as like, this will help you lose weight. Well, it doesn't really help you lose weight because you're taking in calories, right? So there's nothing that's going to help you to lose weight when you take in calories. But, if every gram of fat has 9 calories, but this type of fat causes you to expend more energy from its own digestion, then obviously this is going to have a total less caloric effect on the body, or, energy adding effect to the body. Does that make sense? Okay, some other things about this. It's high in lauric acid. Okay, and lauric acid is really good for killing off bad bacteria and viruses and fungi. A lot of people use this as something that will help with dental care, because actually if you take a little bit of this and you swish it around your mouth and you hold it in there, you do that on a daily basis, it's going to get rid of some of the bad bacteria in your mouth that causes tooth decay. All right, this is also going to lower those low-density lipoproteins and increase those high-density lipoproteins. So you hear this thing about good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. Well, that's what I'm talking about. It's actually not good or bad cholesterol. Cholesterol is just cholesterol, but it does make a difference in terms of those lipoproteins that I talked about. Okay, so you're going to lower your bad cholesterol carriers, increase your good cholesterol carriers. This does that. And of course, it's a fat, so it's going to help satiate you, right? Did I want to say anything else? Oh yeah, it's also high in manganese, potassium, phosphorus, and fiber. Okay, so some other nutritional benefits to this. All right, so try this, you guys. It's a really great source of fat. All right, let's get into some questions, comments here. This person says, I had an additional cheat meal, which I was... okay, it's a bit of a spelling error here. What is she trying to say? I had an additional cheat meal, which was my deviation from the diet plan. okay? So something to improve on, stay on point with the diet for the next 7 days, all right? So when you say on point, I'm gonna assume that you're gonna say within 5% of your macros. That would be on point. Additional comments, losing some motivation. Okay, this is very common at the halfway point of the challenge. People begin to lose motivation. So, you know, and I had this discussion with one of my clients this morning, and this is why I really sort of preach habit. And he said to me that, you know, habit doesn't mean anything to him. Like, why, like, if I don't want to have the habit, like if I don't feel like having the habit, I'm not going to want to do it. And I'm like, well, you should just put in the habit, you know, like don't think about it, don't go with how you feel, just produce through the habit. And he said, well, that's just still really hard to do. But when I told him, I said, look, because he asked me how I do it, and I said, I'm addicted to the way that I feel from working out and the eating. Like I know how I feel when I don't eat that way, because, you know, I have cheat meals and stuff like that. Although that's not really enough, but I had a week, just to give you a quick example, about 1.5 years ago, I went away on holiday, I drove back, and I said, you know what, I'm going to totally allow myself to kind of just eat what I want for a week and see how I feel, and not work out. And I tell you, by day 6 of that road trip, I was like itching to get back into my schedule, because I just hated the way I felt. So, but I just wanted to experience it, right? So I am addicted to the way that I feel, and that's what keeps me doing it. I don't like feeling differently than the way that I feel, and the way that I keep feeling the way that I do is obviously through training and being on top of my diet. All right, so you know, basically being obsessed with the way that you feel. I mean, if you know that you feel better doing this, I hope that that's going to be a big factor in helping you to stay on track. Okay. So I'm still going to preach habits to you guys, putting these things in your calendars, not thinking about it, not going on, do I feel like doing it or not doing it, but putting them in there and just knowing that this is just something that you have to do and that you will do it, regardless of how you feel. I talked about a little bit about that yesterday too, right? Like, you know, you can't go with how you feel. I mean, unless you're sick, like, you know, like you're deathly ill or something. You can't go with just the way that you feel. You got to just not think about it. It's like, oh, it's in my calendar, I got to go do it, and just do it. Okay. All right. This person also says, I suppose a mini goal for the next 5 days will be what exercises I will do every day. So this person's saying she's going to plan it. But you should follow the program, okay? I know that you're doing these workouts on your own, so just follow the program that I gave you, okay? That should be your goal. Follow the 2-day split that you have, okay? And 2, she said, planning meals for a few days in a row will help me get through this bump. Yes, plan. You guys got to plan. Like, you should be planning regardless. Whether you feel like you're in a slump or not, you should be planning, because that's the only way you're going to do this. You can't wing this. I'm going to tell you guys over and over again, you cannot wing this, okay? So, all right, so let me talk a little bit about the message of the day. The message of the day is this: proximity is power. Proximity is power, and what I mean by that, I want you guys to come to my classes. I want you to see me. I want you to interact with me. I want you to write to me. I want that proximity. And when you guys don't, that tells me that you're just like I've been through this before too. I've had coaches before, not so much with fitness, but for like business stuff. And I know like when I'm not as in touch with them, it's because I'm kind of like hiding, because I'm not getting everything that they want me to do. So I know where you guys come from. All right, so you got to keep that proximity with me, and that's going to help to keep you more accountable and more on track. And believe it or not, it will keep you more motivated. Okay, so come to the classes. All right, even if you feel like you're advanced from it, you can still do your workouts. You can still jump ahead if you need to during the class. All right, you don't have to listen to my full explanation, but having that interaction with me and checking in with me in the classes and through the online form is so important. Okay, proximity is power. It's going to help you. All right. Okay, you guys, submit, commit. Hey, I'm under 10 minutes. That's pretty good. All right, submit, commit. Do what you have to do. You guys plan, prepare, and do it all. All right. Try some of this coconut flesh, this pureed coconut flesh, coconut butter. Okay, that's what it's really known as, coconut butter. Okay. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful day. See you guys.